How you doing, YouTube? This is Nathan Howard, HMC. Gonna be doing some videos on this beauty right here. It's a 1986 Corvette with a L98 engine that I acquired. First video that I'm gonna do is on this busted top. So the first day I got it, I let my son take it out to show his girlfriend, and he didn't put the top down right. So it broke. Fortunately, when it broke, he brought all the pieces home with him. So that being a plus, I looked at what it costs to repair one of these tops to, replace it. It's pretty expensive. So I'm gonna be going over some pretty inexpensive alternatives to replacing the top. And if it doesn't work, hey, we can always replace it, right? So the first thing I did is I got all the pieces together and I put them back in place. I also inspected the frame. It's okay, but it'll work for now. You know what I'm saying? So just stick with me and we'll be going from here and replacing this top. Okay, now the first thing you have to answer for yourself is going to be, will the top bolt back up to the vehicle? Right now, I bolted the top completely to the vehicle and it's completely bolted in place, which is good. Now, the second thing is the cracks and the breakage that's in the frame. Now, I've heard a lot of, the top is a structural, is a very important structural piece of the car. I really honestly don't believe that. You see how high up this is? This is what the seat, where the seat bolsters is almost even with the seat. This is what's making up for your structural integrity of this being a Targa top. So, when I first got the car, I was like, wow, these things are really high up. But in all honesty, this is what is gonna, it didn't have to be that high up. Chevrolet did that so to make up for the integrity loss of the top, for the top being off, so that the body doesn't flex. So your top is not all that big of an structural piece. So the next thing you want to do is you want to see how many. All right. So the next step, as you can see, my daughter is wiping off all the dirt and dust that's on this top. And then we're gonna go over it with a little bit of acetone, okay? We're gonna go over with acetone to remove any waxes or anything that might be get in the way. And then we went to the store and we bought about $60 worth of epoxy and different types of epoxy. And we're gonna start with the smaller cracks that are already level and work them out. And then we're gonna move over to this big disaster over here. And yeah. And then we're gonna do that. So the whole thing, once we do that, then we're gonna decide what's gonna be the next step as it comes to repairing this top. So I know it looks bleak, HMT, but just hang on and we'll be okay. If you wanna know what I'm using, I got the JB Weld. I got some 1 minute epoxy. This is for like cracks that are already closed and level, that don't, like this one and this one back here, that are not gonna take much repair. And then I got some 5 minute epoxy. And this is gap filling epoxy, okay? And this is for the ones that are more spaced out, to work with those. So once we finish all that, then we'll decide we'll decide which route we're gonna go next. You know, if we're gonna sand it and try to repaint it, or if we're gonna cover it and make it look like a soft top with some kind of leather. Okay. All right, stay tuned. So right now, looking at the different epoxies, I can tell you that this epoxy we put on second, and it's already hard as a rock, and it dried really good. The other epoxy that we mixed in that little bucket right there, and we put on, it's still kind of, it's still kind of soft, and it still needs work. It's looking pretty decent. I mean, it's looking pretty decent. It's look like it's gonna be a pretty decent repair. Okay, so we're gonna finish up, and then we've decided that we're gonna, once we finish it, we're gonna strip it down, take this this side part off, and then we're gonna put leather and make this look like a soft top. Okay, so that's gonna be part 2. So once we finish with this epoxy repair, then part 2 will be that we're gonna make it a leather soft top. Okay. All right. Say bye, Stephanie.
Bye.
Say bye, HMC.
Bye, HMC.
So at the end of this video, the top is really strong. I think we did a really good job. Now, part 2, we're either gonna sand this top down, sand these rough spots down, these high spots down, and then make it into maybe put a carbon fiber wrap on it or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it really turned out good. I mean, it's actual, I believe that the car is now drivable with a top like this. This is HMC for part 1 of fixing your convertible top. Tune in next time. Thank you.